Have you ever wondered if giants, as depicted in fairy tales and folklore, truly roamed our Earth? Giants, beings of enormous size and strength, have been the subject of countless stories, myths, and legends across cultures and throughout history. But were these towering figures simply products of creative imaginations? Or could they have been real, living beings that once walked among us? Let's take a moment to immerse ourselves in the world of the past, a world where the impossible seems possible, and where giants may have been more than just figments of our forefathers' imaginations. Picture a world where the line between myth and reality is blurred, where every corner of the earth whispers tales of beings so large they could shake the ground with a single step. Across the globe, from the frosty peaks of the Scandinavian mountains to the sun-baked plains of African savannas, tales of giant beings have endured. In Greek mythology, giants were said to be the offspring of gods, while Norse legends speak of the Jotun, great and ancient beings who rivaled the gods. Native American tribes tell tales of giant men who once roamed the lands, and in the East, stories of colossal beings like the Daityas of Hindu mythology have been passed down through generations. But where does myth end and reality begin? Could there be a grain of truth in these stories? Or are they simply tales spun to explain the unexplainable, to give shape to our fears and to make sense of the world around us? These questions have intrigued scholars, archaeologists, and curious minds for centuries, sparking countless debates and theories. Some argue that these stories were merely allegorical, while others believe they may hold clues to a forgotten era where giants roamed the earth. The mystery of giants is as old as time itself, and the quest for answers is a winding path that takes us back to the very roots of human history. So let us embark on a journey through time, retracing the footprints of these mythical beings. The first recorded mentions of giants date back to ancient civilizations. As we delve into the annals of history, we find that these colossal beings have found their place in the folklore and religious texts of numerous cultures. Let's begin with the Bible. Brought to life through vivid descriptions, the Nephilim, often translated as giants in English, are depicted as the offspring of the sons of God and the daughters of men. These beings were of great size and strength, their reputation etched in history as mighty men of old, men of renown. Now, shifting our gaze to ancient Greece, we encounter the Gigantes, formidable beings born from the union of Gaia, the Earth Mother, and Uranus, the Sky Father. The Gigantes, often depicted in Greek art as great earthborn warriors, were said to have waged a fierce battle against the gods of Olympus in the epic Gigantomachy. Our journey through ancient texts takes us next to the frosty realms of Norse mythology. The Jotnar, or giants, were elemental beings associated with the primal forces of nature. Interestingly, the Jotnar were not always depicted as enormous in size. Their giant status was more about their potent power and influence over natural phenomena. Across these diverse cultures, giants are portrayed with a certain uniformity, as beings of immense strength and stature. Yet, the narratives diverge in their characterization. Some cultures revere them as divine or semi-divine entities, while others fear them as agents of chaos and destruction. But what does it all mean? Were these giants merely figments of our ancestors' vivid imaginations, symbolic representations of natural forces? Or could they have been real beings whose footprints have been lost in the sands of time? These ancient texts provide us with intriguing insights, but they also leave us with more questions than answers. As we continue our exploration, let's keep an open mind and see where this journey into the world of giants takes us. Archaeology has often been a source of answers, but when it comes to giants, it seems to deepen the mystery. Let's delve into the world of archaeological findings related to giants. Over the years, there have been numerous reports of giant bone discoveries. These are no ordinary bones. They are often described as unusually large, suggesting the existence of beings far larger than any humans we know today. One of the most famous of these discoveries took place in the late 19th century in the United States. A group of archaeologists reportedly unearthed a collection of skeletal remains, which they claimed belonged to a race of giants. Each skeleton was said to be over 10 feet tall and had double rows of teeth. Now you'd think that such findings would be a game changer, right? But here's where the plot thickens. Many of these discoveries have faced intense scientific scrutiny. Skeptics argue that these so-called giant bones are either misidentified animal remains or worse, elaborate hoaxes. Take the Cardiff Giant, for instance, a 10-foot-tall, petrified man unearthed in New York in the late 1800s. It attracted widespread attention and speculation, only to be revealed as a hoax made from carved gypsum. Despite such setbacks, the debate within the scientific community about the authenticity of these findings remains ongoing. Some researchers continue to argue in favor of the existence of giants, pointing to unexplained anomalies in certain skeletal samples. They suggest that these anomalies could indicate the presence of a hitherto unknown species of large hominids. On the flip side, many scientists maintain a firm stance of skepticism. They argue that without clear, verifiable evidence, these claims remain purely speculative and should be treated with caution. So, where does this leave us? Are we any closer to solving the mystery of giants? The truth is, we're still deeply entrenched in the realm of speculation. Whether these findings are genuine or elaborate hoaxes, they have certainly fueled our fascination with giants. As we move into modern times, the notion of giants takes on a new form. The giants of yore, the colossal beings who once walked our earth, have not completely vanished. Instead, they've evolved and taken on new identities. Today, we see giants not as mythical creatures, but as metaphors for powerful entities or forces that shape our world. In the realm of business, we often refer to leading companies as giants in their respective fields. These are organizations that tower above their competitors, influencing markets and driving trends. Giants like these don't wield clubs or cause earthquakes with their footsteps, but their impact can be just as monumental. In the world of technology, giants can be found in the form of groundbreaking innovations or influential figures. When we talk about the giants of Silicon Valley or the giants of artificial intelligence, we're referring to the pioneering minds and transformative technologies that are redefining our reality. Then, there are the giants of popular culture, the larger-than-life figures we encounter in literature, film, and other forms of media. These giants may not be real in the physical sense, but they are real in the impact they have on our collective consciousness. From the terrifying giants of horror movies to the friendly giants of children's books, these figures capture our imaginations and reflect our deepest fears and aspirations. In sports, we often see athletes being referred to as giants. These are individuals who have achieved extraordinary feats, setting new records and raising the bar for future generations. Their physical prowess and mental strength make them giants in their own right. So, while the giants of mythology may no longer walk among us, their presence can still be felt. They live on in our language, in our culture, and in the ways we understand and interpret the world around us. Today, giants may not roam the earth, but they certainly dominate our imaginations. But the question remains, if giants did exist, where did they go? Let's delve into the possible answers to this intriguing question. One of the most popular theories is that giants, much like the dinosaurs, were wiped out by a catastrophic event. A natural disaster, such as a massive flood or a comet strike, could have caused their extinction. This theory is supported by numerous ancient texts that speak of great floods and fires that swept across the earth, obliterating all in their path. If giants were among the victims, it would explain their sudden disappearance from the historical record. Another theory suggests that giants gradually assimilated into human populations. Over centuries, their distinctive features might have become less pronounced due to interbreeding with smaller humans. This theory posits that the giants didn't vanish. They simply blended in. Interestingly, both these theories echo broader concepts in evolutionary biology. The first theory aligns with the idea of mass extinctions, events that have periodically reshaped life on Earth. The second is reminiscent of the ongoing process of natural selection, where certain traits become more or less common in a population over time. In the grand tapestry of life, the threads of giants could have been woven in, lost, and perhaps even found again. The ebb and flow of species, the rise and fall of civilizations, the constant dance of adaptation and survival, these are the rhythms of our planet. So, the disappearance of giants, if they indeed existed, could be seen as a natural part of Earth's history. It's a tantalizing mystery, one of many that remind us of the complexity and richness of our world. While the existence of giants remains a mystery, their enduring presence in our cultures and imaginations is undeniable. In the end, whether they walked the earth or not, giants continue to loom large in our collective consciousness, a testament to the power of myth and the enduring fascination of the unknown.